In the last video, we exported our data to Microsoft Excel. We formatted it a wee bit here by getting rid of the time, the velocity in the x direction, and the velocity in the y direction. And all we were concerned with were the ordered pairs for x and y. So now we want to find the displacements based on these ordered pairs. Cool? Here we go. So the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we label our units. We know that we're working in meters. We already did this. And if you don't know that you did meters, you need to go back and check your video to make sure that it's correct. So that should be you should be well aware of that. You always want to make sure that you know what units you're working in. All right, so I just basically centered and middled these this information, and I am just going to give it a little color. So let's call it yellow. Let's make it yellow. So now the first set of data is going to be here, and I'm going to color that. I'm going to call it blue. Let me give it another color. How about orange? Hopefully you guys can see that very well. Okay. So what I'm wanting you guys to see is the 0 here is our initial position. This is our initial position in x. This is our initial position in y. This is our ordered pair, x and y, 0, 0. And then the final position for x is 0.394198. Our final position for y is a negative 0.083091. Okay? So since this is the case, you know why the negative sign is there. It's because the ball is actually going below the origin, and it makes sense. Okay. Now look at what happens later on. It just repeats itself. Okay. And so we'll go through each one of these, and most of those numbers are very close to 0, even though we have 0.000483. This is effectively 0. Okay. 0, 0. Okay. So let's go ahead and format all of these, and I'm just going to give these the numbers that I'm considering different colors. So I'll call this one green. I'll just make that one green, and then I'll make this one a different color. And I'm doing this just for clarity. Let me continue on up here. And we know that it's how many? It's going to be what? I guess I can start over. It should be 10 different shots. I think this is supposed to be green. Then maybe blue again. Or it doesn't have to be blue. I can make it yellow. All I'm really trying to do is just to distinguish between the initial and the final points here. Let's see here. So we should end up with at least 2 points for each one. Let's go with this color. So notice how I have 2 rows for each set of points. Okay. Now I'm just going to insert above. And I'm going to give this row a color, and hopefully it's a unique color like just orange or yellow here. That's not that unique. Let me find another unique color, maybe blood red. Okay, so I'm going to say that this row is equal to the final position minus the initial position. And then I'm just going to return. So what do we have there? This makes sense. It should be 0.3941 because this is 0 here. So we're just going to take this number. I'm going to tap on it, and I'm going to say fill. And I'm just going to grab this fill handle and drag to the right. And that calculation is done for us immediately. Okay? So now what I want to do is I can just select off this. What I want to do is I want to copy this row. And when I copy that row, I want to insert it above the current row. And when I insert it, ooh, I don't like that. Let me back that up. But I do want to insert it above it. So I want to, let me copy this again. Now let me, maybe I need to do it like this. Let me copy this row and then let me insert above. Let's see if that works. Looks good. Looks good. Let me see if I can do that again. It didn't work. So what I'll do is I'll just copy this again, go here and paste. All right, so these numbers should be different. So I'll just go here, copy, paste. Oh, what happened? No, it shouldn't just be a paste. It should be an insert. So maybe I made a mistake back here. Let me make sure. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to copy this again. Then I'm going to go to row 10, and I want to insert above this. So insert above, there we go. And then I'm going to copy this one again. Then I'm going to go to row 13, and then I'm going to insert above. And we'll just keep doing that. Copy, insert. Copy, insert. Copy, insert above. Then we have 3 more rows. Copy, insert above. Copy, insert above. And we're going to copy this last one. And then we're just going to paste this row. Okay? And so all of these should be calculations. If we looked at it, if we selected on one cell and we looked up here, each one of these should be calculations. And so you see you have B30 minus B29. And then for, let's just say we go back to the top. If we select this one, this is going to be C3 minus C2. Okay? So if we look at it, this is C3 minus C2. If I go down here, this should be a calculation as well. C30 minus C29, okay? So all of these should have formulas in it. In the next video, we're going to take the average of these, okay? The average of both the X displacement and the Y displacement. We take the averages so that we can eliminate error.